Yesterday we were discussing about the properties of LTI system. So, now today we will see the step response of the LTI system. So, if I give the input as a unit step function, so what is the response of the LTI system? Okay. So, that is unit step response. Unit step response of LTI system. Okay, so now we know the equation for the convolution. So, if you take the discrete time case, so y of n which is equal to x of n convolution h of n. Okay. So, now what is the unit step if I give x of n? What is the response of the system? So, now we know the equation. So, just you can write, that is summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, okay, x of k, so into h of n minus k. Okay. So, now you can write this also in the form of, okay, so here if you write that k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, if I take h of n as it is, that is h of k, so into x of n minus k, that also I can take. Okay. So, this is also another equation I can take. Okay. So, just if I shift this one and the response, so that also I can write as a convolution equation. Okay. So, now if I take x of n which is equal to unit step function, that is response, if I give the input as x of n equal to u of n. So, now what is the response? Now, if I find out what is x of n minus k. Okay. So, now first we need to find what is x of k. Okay. X of k is nothing but u of k, that is unit step function, it is varying from 0 to infinity. Okay. So, this is the, so you can take this is a x of k. Okay. Okay. So, now if I take x of n plus k, okay, so n plus k means it is shifted by n unit in the backward side, that is minus n. So, and it is going, that is x of k plus n. So, now if I reflect it, what will happen? It will become n minus k. Okay. So, if I reflect the n minus n, it will be up to n, okay, and it will be from minus infinity to n. So, now if I substitute the value, so x of n minus k, so this is x of n minus k. Okay. If I substitute this value, amplitude value, it is 1, but the summation it is varying from minus infinity to n. So, now if I substitute here in this equation, so your output will be y of n which is equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to n, okay, minus infinity to n, x of k I will put as it is, but instead of x of n minus k I will put 1. So, now when this is valid, so whenever your u of n minus k, that is u of n minus k, in the sense this is the x of n minus k, which is nothing but your unit step function u of n minus k. Okay. So, now when this is equal to 1, so when n minus k is less than or equal to 0. So, that is in the negative side, or we can take n is that k which is less than or equal to n. So, if the k axis, if it is less than or equal to n, so then you will get the value which is 1, that is u of n minus k, which is 1. Otherwise, so for greater values of n, it is always the 0 samples, that is 0 for k greater than n. So, now if you substitute this, you will get the output this one, and this is a condition for the step response. So, now when you will get the step response, so whenever your the h of k is absolutely summable, that is nothing but the running impulses of the h of k, or running impulses of the running sum of the impulses. Okay. So, this is your output in the discrete time domain when you give the input as a step signal, that is unit step signal in the discrete time or unit sequence. Okay. So, in the similar way, so you can do it for the continuous time domain, that is y of t. Okay. So, y of t, which is nothing but minus infinity to plus infinity. I will take h of t into x of t minus tau. So, in the similar case of discrete time, here x of t minus tau, when your u of t minus tau, it will be 1. So, it will be 1 when, so your tau, it is less than or equal to t, okay, and 0 when tau greater than t. So, similarly, you can write the unit step function in the time domain signal like this. Okay. So, you will get that x of t, and if you shift by tau unit, that is t unit, this is x of tau. Okay. And if you shift the signal by the t unit, that is tau plus t, it will become like this, and if you reflect it, it will become this much. So, where this is t, this is your x of t minus tau or minus tau plus t. So, this is the where we will get the condition when tau is greater than or equal, less than or equal to t, you will get the response 1 or else 0. So, now if you substitute here, you will get the y of t, which is nothing but minus infinity to t, okay, t. So, h of t into 1 into d tau. So, this is the response, that output of the system when the unit step is given as a input signal. Okay. So, in the discrete time case, it is unit step sequence, and in the continuous time case, unit step signal. Okay. So, this is the response of the system. So, this is the running impulses in the total integral of the running impulses in the time domain. Okay. So, this is what the step response in the continuous time domain. Okay. So, this is about the unit step response. Now, we will do some problems on this and as well as the properties of the system. Okay. So, now if you take the problem, so take this h of t, which is equal to 3 into del of t. So, now for this one, you find it whether it is memoryless, okay, memoryless, causal and stable. Okay. So, whether this whatever which is given, whether it is memoryless, causal or stable. So, whatever we talked about the signals which are given, these are all LTI system. Okay. So, LTI system for the following LTI systems. So, which is given by the response, which is h of t, find out whether it is memoryless, causal or stable. So, now what is the condition for memoryless? So, we have taught yesterday, that is h of t. So, which is, if it is equal to, that is 0 for t not equal to 0. So, then we will call it as system is memoryless. Now, see here, this system only it will give the value at t equal to 0, is it not? It is the h of t is, it is equal to 0 for other values of t, that is t is not equal to t is not equal to 0. That is, the system is nothing but it is having a memoryless property, that is system is memoryless, is it not? If it is not equal to 0 for t is not equal to 0, then system is not memoryless. Okay. So, similarly, you can find what is h of t, whether it is less than, if is it 0 for t less than 0. So, is it 0 for t less than 0? Yes, it is 0. So, then the system is causal, system is causal. So, otherwise, if h of t is not equal to 0 for t less than 0, then it is a non-causal LTI system. So, then you can find out what is the stable, whether it is system is stable. In order to find the system stable, you have to find out the integral of this h of t, that is, so minus infinity to t, that is minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau into d tau. Now, we know what is h of tau. H of tau is nothing but 3 into del into t, that is nothing but minus infinity to plus infinity 3 into del of t into d tau. So, this variable we can replace this as del of tau. So, now when this function will become the value. So, when del of tau equal to 1, when tau equal to 0. So, that means 3 into del of tau when tau equal to 0. So, this will become 1. So, then your value will be 3. So, that is less than infinity. So, the system is stable. Okay. So, now we have discussed now. So, whenever the input and output are stable, that is bounded input, bounded output, then we can say that system is the stable. Okay. So, now we have find out this system's value, so whether it is bounded or not. So, then it is having the value which is bounded. So, then the system is stable. Okay. So, this LTI system is it is memoryless and it is causal and it is a stable system. So, now find out for the similar another problem which is given by h of t, which is equal to 3 into, okay, so 3, do not take 3. So, we will take e power minus 3 t into u of t minus 1. Now, find out whether this system LTI system is memoryless, causal and stable. Find out, just try to find it out. See the value of h of t for other than t equal to 0, that is t is not equal to 0. Okay. So, h of t, is it equal to 0 for t is not equal to 0? No, h of t is not equal to 0 for t is not equal to 0, since it is having the values from 1 to infinity, right. So, you can see here unit step function, it is varying from 1 to infinity, is it not? It is a shifted unit step by 1 unit, right. So, now if you multiply this unit step by this value, you will get from 1. So, that is why, so h of t is not equal to 0 for t not equal to 0, then system is not memoryless. Okay. Now, system is not memoryless. Okay. So, similarly, you can find out what is h of t for t less than 0. You can see here, is it equal to 0 for t less than 0? So, you can see here. So, it is exist only between from 1 to infinity, right. So, now what is the h of t? H of t is 0 for t less than 0. So, then what is the system? The system possesses causal, is it not? System is causal, is it not? Okay. So, similarly, you can find it out the value of the response h of t, whether it is giving the bounded response, then you can say that whether system is stable or not. Okay. So, now put it the value of h of t. So, what is it is minus infinity to plus infinity h of t into dt, okay, h of t into d tau. So, we can write what is h of tau, which is nothing but minus in. So, where it is from varying? It is varying from minus 1 to infinity. So, e power minus 3 tau into 1 into d tau. This is 1 to minus 1 to infinity. Sorry, this is plus 1, no? So, it is varying from plus 1. So, t equal to 1. So, this is nothing but u of t minus 1. So, that is it is varying from 1 to infinity, right. So, now you can integrate this. What is the value? E power minus 3 tau divided by minus 3, which is varying from 1 to infinity. So, now substitute e power minus 3 into infinity, it will become 0 minus. So, substitute one value, it will become e power minus 3 divided by minus 3. So, this will be equal to e power minus 3 by 3, is it not? So, which is a which is we can find out the value of this which is less than infinity, is it not? So that's why the system is stable. The system is stable. Okay, so understood? Any doubt this one? Hello? Any doubt in this? Okay, so now you find out for another problem which is h of t, which is given by e power 2t into u of t minus 1. Instead of minus 3t, I am giving e power 2t. Let us see what is this system gives. Find out whether it is memoryless, it is causal, or it is a stable system. Find out. Harini, are you getting? Hello, Harini?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay. Dhruv D. Jain, Dhruv? Dhruva? Hello? Gagana? Gagana? Hello, any doubt? Nitish? Nitish NS? Hello, Nitish, are you there? Kirtana? Hello, Kirtana?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Understood, Nitish? Where you went?
Sir, there was problem in unmuting, sir.
So, are you understood? Any doubt?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Kirtana? Hello?
Hello, yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
So, now you are finding the for the problem which I gave now, e power 2t
Yes, sir.
to e power t minus 1. What is the answer?
Sir, I'm doing.
Sumana, are you doing? Hello, Sumana? Vinod? Hello, Vinod? Sindhushri?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you doing the problem?
Yes, I am doing.
Yeah, what is the answer? Have you got it? Soumya?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
Doing, sir.
Doing, sir. Even me.
Gaganashri, are you doing? Nivedita?
Yes, sir.
doing the problem?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer? Hello? So tell me the answer. What is, anybody have done? Sinchana?
It has memory and it is casual.
Okay.
But infinity minus c square by 2 will give us infinity only.
Yeah, it is giving infinity. So if you evaluate, then it will give infinity because it is plus, no, e power 2t.
Sir.
So it will give infinity. So system is not stable. It is unstable system.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now try to do that. So another one in the discrete time I'll give. So try to do it. I will show one discrete time signal and we will proceed. So this you have got. So I wanted to do or you have done. So anyhow it is not memoryless and it is causal system because it is not 0 for, so it is 0 since it is t less than, for t less than 0 it is giving 0. So that is why system is causal and it is h of t is not equal to 0 for t is not equal to 0. So system is memoryless, and if you find out the value of this for the stability, which is giving minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau into d tau, which is varying from 1 to infinity, which is e power 2 tau into d tau. This will give e power, so 2 tau by 2, which is varying from 1 to infinity. So which will give, so e power 2 times infinity minus e power 2 divided by 2. So anyhow this will give infinity. So this system is unstable. Okay, system is unstable. So now we will do for the discrete time case. Okay, so take h of n, which is equal to, so half power n into u of n. Say for example, this is half power n into u of n. Okay. So now see whether h of n, which is equal to 0, is it equal to 0 or not equal to 0 for n is not equal to 0. So this is, it is only exist between plus 1 to plus infinity. So for other than values, for other values of n is not equal to 0, which is not 0. So that is why what is the system? System is not memoryless. Okay. So similarly you can find out what is h of n, whether it is 0 for n is less than 0. So h of n is 0 for n is less than 0, yes, because it is exist only from 1 to infinity, right. Okay. So then the system is causal. Okay. So now you have to find out the summation, that is summation from k equal to 1 to infinity, because it is exist between, sorry, it is 0 to infinity, it is u of n. Okay. So it is exist between 0 to infinity. So now half power n. So now we know this equation, so which we have already expressed, and whenever it is having the form of, that is k equal to 0 to infinity alpha power n, when alpha is less than 1, then you will be having 1 over 1 minus alpha, is it not? So this we have expressed already, when alpha is less than 1. Okay. So in the similar way you express this one, what you will get? Summation k equal to 0 to infinity half power n. So, this is nothing but your alpha now. So, since it is k varying from 0 to infinity, it is alpha power k. Okay. So, now this will be equal to 1 over 1 minus half, which is equal to 2. So, then again which is equal to, so less than infinity. So, the system is stable. Okay. The system is stable. So, now similarly you can do it. What is for this case? That is for h of n equal to 0.99 power n into u of n plus 3. Find out whether the system is causal, stable or memoryless, what it is giving. Try to find out. Is it memoryless or not memoryless? So, what is h of n? H of n is not equal to 0 for n is not equal to 0. So, then what we will get? System is not memoryless. Okay. Is it not? So, now similarly you can find out what is h of n, whether it is for n less than 0, is it giving the 0 values? It is not, because if you take u of n plus 3, it will give from n equal to minus 3, right? It is shifted version. This is u of your n plus 3. So, now see, for n less than 0, is it 0? No, it is not 0, right? So, that is why your h of n is not causal system, it is non-causal. Okay. So, h of n is not equal to 0 for n less than 0. So, that is why system is non-causal. So, now find out whether it is stable or not. So, how to find out? So, find out the summation. So, where it is exist? It exists between minus 3 to infinity, which is h of n, which is equal to k equal to minus 3 to infinity 0.99 power n. So, now it is k, because k it is varying from minus 3 to infinity. So, now we know the expression, which is, so if k it is varying from n to infinity, and if it is alpha power n. Okay. So, that we, since it is k, so k is varying from n to infinity, if it is alpha power k, and alpha if it is less than 1. Now, this we can express it as, so alpha power k by 1 minus alpha. Okay. So, in the similar form it is there here. So, it is varying from minus 3 to infinity, and we can express this as 0.99 power minus 3 divided by 1 minus 0.99. So, we can express this value, or we can find out the value of this. Okay. So, that is why it is less than infinity, whatever value will get it. Okay. So, since it is less than infinity, the system is stable. Okay. So, you can find out what is the value of this, is it not? Okay. So, now take one more and you have to do it. I will you tell me the answer for this. H of n which is equal to n into half power n into u of n. Now, find out for this one, h of n equal to n into half power n into u of n. Find out. Are you doing, Vilas? Hello, Vilas?
Hello.
Yeah, are you doing?
Yes, sir.
Understood the problems?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Srimandar Jain,
Sir?
any doubt?
No, sir.
Are you doing?
Yes, sir. Doing, sir.
So, what is the answer for this one? N into half power n into u of n. Hello? Did you get the answer? Srimandar? Hello, Srimandar Jain? Hello? Hello, anybody has done?
Sir, not memoryless,
Okay,
and the system is causal.
okay. So, have you find out the value of the
2,
summation?
2, sir.
So, try to do it. It is already in the expressible form. So, if you know the equation, it is easy to find out the value of the summation. So, we have the summation between 0 to infinity, which is n into alpha power n. One equation is there. If you remember that, you will get the answer. Okay. Try to do that.
Sir, 2 I got.
Yeah, so that is right. So, because that it is in the expression of n into alpha power n.
Yes.
If you get the value, then since it is less than infinity, it is a bounded.
Alpha by 1 minus
Yes,
alpha
yes.
whole
So, the
square.
same expression alpha by 1 minus alpha whole square. So, then you will get the system whether it is stable
is
or not.
stable.
Yeah, since it is less than infinity, it is stable. Okay.
Stable.
Yeah. So, for this, so you will get system is not memoryless and system is causal, and the value of the summation, which is some k equal to 0 to infinity n into half power n, which will give the value which is equal to 2, which is less than infinity. Just use the equation which is, so n equal to 0 to infinity n into alpha power n, which is nothing but alpha by 1 minus alpha whole square. Okay. So, if you use this equation, you will get the value this one. Okay. So, now we will do another problem. So, we have to find when we give the input as a step response. Okay. Now, so if you have an LTI system which is having an input output relation which is equal to y of n, which is equal to 0.8 into x of n plus 1 plus 0.8 into x of n, okay, minus 0.4 into x of n minus 1. Okay. So, this is the input, that is output relation of an LTI system. So, now first you need to find out what is the impulse response of this system. Okay. So, you need to find what is impulse response. Okay. Then you have to find whether this system is memoryless and causal and stable. Okay. And also find out the output. Okay. You have to find output when, if you give x of n which is equal to u of n plus 1 minus u of n minus 3. So, now if I give the input this much, so what is the output of the system, and first find out the impulse response and also find whether the system is memoryless, causal and stable. Okay. So, now in order to find out this impulse response, so what is impulse response? We need to give the input as a impulse. Okay. So, now if you just put x of n which is equal to del of n, then your this system will give the impulse response, that is your y of n will be given nothing but your impulse response. Okay. So, now if I put the x of n as delta del of n, what is your h of n? H of n will be equal to 0.8 into del of n plus 1 plus 0.8 into del of n minus 0.4 into your del of n minus 1. Okay. So, now if I give the input as impulse, then you will get the what is impulse response, okay, from this input output relation. So, now this is the impulse response, which is h of n. We can define it in terms of sequence, which is 0.8 comma 0.8 comma 0.4, that is minus 0.4. So, where your origin it is there, origin is here. Okay. So, now this is your impulse response. So, now you can find out whether the system is memoryless or causal and stable. Okay. So, what is the h of n for n is not equal to 0? Is it h of n is not equal to 0 for n is not equal to 0? Yes, because it is having the values in the negative and positive values of n. So, h of n is not equal to 0 for n is not equal to 0. So, the system is not memoryless. Okay. So, now you can find out what is whether it is causal or not. So, is it h of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0? See here. So, for n less than 0 it is not 0. So, that is why it is not equal to 0 for n less than 0. So, that is why it is non-causal system. Okay. Non-causal system. Now, find out the summation. You just add all the values, impulse values of this, you will get the summation of h of n. So, summation of h of n. So, you will get 0.8 plus 0.8 minus 0.4. So, you will get the value. So, which is you have to take the magnitudes of this. Okay. So, always you take magnitudes, that is 0.8 plus 0.8 plus 0.4, which is nothing but the value 2. So, which is less than infinity. So, this system is stable. Okay. So, this system is stable. So, now we need to find out what is the output when we give x of n as u of n plus u of n minus 3. Okay. Now, find out. So, if you give x of n which is nothing but u of n plus 1 minus u of n minus 3. Okay. So, in terms of sequence, if you write, what will be the sequence? It will be 1 1 1 1. So, till the value of 2, because you can find it out here, u of n plus 1 means it is starting from 1, that is minus 1, and it will be having sequences like this up to infinity. Okay. This is your u of n plus 1, and similarly u of n minus 3, what you will get? So, this is sorry. So, it is starting from 3. So, your u of n minus 3 means it will start from the value 3. Okay. So, if it is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So, it will start from 3. So, it is not having the values here. Okay. It is not having the values, it is starting from 3. So, now if you subtract it, what you will get? So, from 3, so it will be their values. If you subtract it, it will exist between minus 1 to 2. Okay. So, this is 0, this is 1 and 2. So, only the 4 samples it is existing. So, where is the origin? So, this is the origin. So, this is your x of n. So, now h of n we already find out, that is equal to 0.8 comma 0.8 comma minus 0.4. Okay. So, now we need to find out the convolution of this. So, the output when it will give, so when the output will be, so whenever it is giving x of n this value, the output will be convolution of this. So, how to find out the convolution? So, you already know this sequence multiplication when we do convolution. So, you just shift 1 by the since it is x of minus 1. So, shift the signal and you will multiply, that is 0.8 comma 0.8 comma minus 0.4. Now, where is the origin? Origin is here, because h of n you have shifted by 1 unit left side. So, if you shift that, you have to multiply this sample by whole this h of n. So, you will get this one. So, similarly, if you take origin and multiply, so you will get the same. So, that is 0.8 comma 0.8 comma minus 0.4. Okay. So, now so origin is here. So, as it is you have to multiply. So, that means you will get this one. So, this is the origin. No? So, as it is you have to multiply, that is 0.8 as it is origin and minus 0.4. Okay. So, 1 there is no shift here, as it is whatever it is there you have to multiply. So, now you have to shift by 1 unit. So, x of 1 multiplied by h of, so n minus 1. So, you shift by 1 unit and you will get the values here, that is 0.8, 0.8 and minus 0.4. Okay. So, now here it is having the values 0. Okay. So, and one more shift if you do, so you will get 0 here and 0 here, 0 here, and you will get 0.8, 0.8 and minus 0.4. Because it is all values are 1, 1, 1. So, only the impulse responses is shifted by corresponding values. So, now what is the output? Add it. So, you will get y of n, you will get y of n equal to, so where is the origin? Origin is here. So, okay, 2 samples behind that. So, it is all are 0 and first value is 0.8. Okay. And similarly, here 0.8 plus 0.8 it is 1.6, and here at the origin, so 0.8 plus 0.8 1.6, 1.6 minus 0.4 it is 1.2. So, now this is the origin, and similarly here it is 1.2 and here it is 0.4 and minus 0.4. Okay. So, this is the output of your system when you give input x of n which is equal to this value. Okay. So, is it understood? This is the output of the system. So, is it understood? Any doubt? You have already done this convolution by shifting the values, right? Is it not? Any doubt? Janavi, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Subramanya, any doubt? Hello?
Got the same.
Okay. Sinchana, got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. Deepika?
Got it, sir.
Okay. Okay, we will stop here and we will do some more problems and further we will go. Okay, difference equation and differential equations.